Thanks, buddy. Festival of Fear was a fucking whoa, you know, it was crazy trying to get that together. But I have a really great team here, the RUE MORGUE crew, and the people at Hobby Star. We've managed to finesse it over the years. I think this is the smoothest year, which is saying a lot. I mean, everyone's pretty stress-free, and I think the fans are really enjoying it. When you have an event like this, where it's 40,000 people showing up, it's always something's going on, you know. So it'll never be perfect, but this year it's pretty smooth, so I'm pretty happy with it.
Alright, I'm the gourmet gore columnist for RUE MORGUE magazine here at the 2008 Festival of Fear. I'm very excited this year because we have an extra special guest, maker of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper, the movie that inspired me to seek out gore movies and to head down the path that eventually led me to writing for RUE MORGUE magazine.
Well, look at it. Hey, Lloyd Kaufman. What are you doing here at the Fair Expo?
I'm just
You're having a little trouble there.
yeah, my hand is stuck. I can't get it out. Oh, thank you. Oh.
So other than trying to get chocolate bars out of vending machines,
It used to be a lot easier to get up into these things. God damn it.
still running that Troma Studios?
You know, they ought to have vending machines for vending machines. Think of how big those would be.
Oh yeah.
Troma, yes, Troma. I'm still the president of Troma Entertainment.
Well, actually, Chris Alexander was unintentionally instrumental in it. He left very suddenly about just going on a year ago, and they needed somebody to take over. So there you go.
What's the focus of the column?
The focus is mostly overlooked and underappreciated films, and also a lot of really unjustly maligned films that the critics shat all over, or that for whatever reason the public just kind of turned its back on.
Festival of Fear actually came about though from Aman Gupta, who's the owner of Fan Expo. Had been sort of, I guess he's a fan of fans, like he's a fanboy for sure, and he actually used to read RUE MORGUE magazine, and he thought, he had sci-fi, anime, comics, and horror as the elements of the show, and basically he was just missing horror. So he came to us and said, you guys are obviously the horror guys, so let's, you guys want to work together. So we're fortunate enough that he gave us basically a totally produced show that was ready to go, and we just added the element of horror, right? So that's how we became Festival of Fear.
Why not? Look around. You got art, you got magazines, you got shirts, you got all these movies around, some cool people. Like Harry. Yeah, it's a great time over here. And we're also getting a horror convention in Canada. Nowhere else. Only us.
My name is Lisa Ladouceur, and I'm a writer at RUE MORGUE. I started writing for them about goth back a long, long time ago, and I weaseled my way in to writing about goth-related things. I'm now the copy editor at RUE MORGUE, so I make sure that Blood Spattered Guide has a hyphen in it, and we have a lot of great discussions about how to spell really nasty things. I also work for RUE MORGUE Radio. I'm the Blood Spattered Guide.
And the final thing is you both worked with another martial arts icon. David Carradine.
I don't remember if I rehearsed it, but I started throwing some punches at him, and he just put his palm on my chest, and I thought, when's he going to hit me? And I, what's going on? Cut, what's the matter? David said, oh, when I do that to you, you fly away.
And we actually came up with a special gift for you. I hope you don't mind. You know, because we knew you'd be with the boys and you'd have to put up with them. And so we spared no expense. Now, does your dry cleaner still recognize you?
The hanger is like, oh my God. So, oh wait a minute, if I do it like this, it's like a veil now. So you see, if you really just do this, if I breathe at all, can you see that? You can see it move, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell that I'm not dead.
I always remember Bob would demonstrate to an actor, if the actor wasn't quite getting what Bob would want, you know, he'd say, no, you're supposed to be surprised. Like you look over and you see it and you go, whoa! Like that. So.
It wasn't a Q&A after the thing. The only question that we have put an embargo on is, what was it like to work with Russ Meyer? Yeah, she's answered that question for 43 years.
Yes, and he was such a pain in the ass.
You dated Elvis for a while, and it's been mentioned in a number of books and things I read that he sort of styled the look that he gave Priscilla Presley, his eventual wife, on your look. Thoughts?
You mean my thoughts on it?
Yeah.
I finally had to call him and tell him to leave her alone.
Really?
Yeah, I did. Elvis and I were engaged for about 3 years, and we dated off and on, in the different towns that I went to. 9 times out of 10, he'd always make sure that he got keys in the same place where we knew I was going. And we had a relationship that was very, very secret, because if anybody knew that he was dating a stripper at the time, he would have blown his career. So we kept it quiet. Anyway, I still have an engagement ring that he gave me, and it's 50 years old. But I think that the only thing I was sorry about was the fact that I didn't marry him. I told him, I said, I can't marry you because of the fact that I was a stripper and he was a singer, and the colonel hated me because I wouldn't let him handle me. You know? I told him.
Handle you now. It's a question. It's a legitimate question.
He wanted to change me into a singer, which at the time I did have enough vocal range of about 4.5 octaves that I could become a singer. But I told him, I says, I have my own career as an exotic dancer. I was rated one of the 10 best undressed for the 20th century. And never bad, huh? Yeah. Anyway, he was constantly picking on Elvis, and I knew that he was constantly throwing drugs and crap at him all the time, and just getting him all stressed out. And I finally just told Elvis, I said, I can't do this anymore. I said, you are on the way up, and I am on my way up you're going to go up there and I'm going to go here. And I said, and you should have somebody that you can be proud of to be seen with. He says, I'm very proud to be seen with you, but I said, you can't let our relationship out. His mother liked me, and she thought it was very good for him. But I think if he and I had gotten married, he'd still be alive today.
So the question for everybody is, there's been some talk about Quentin Tarantino remaking the film, which I think is a really bad idea. And so, are there any actresses out there who you would like to see play Varla?
Varla is a very special kind of role. As far as Quentin Tarantino doing a remake, I doubt if he ever will do that. Because one of his favorite sayings is that you can't improve on perfection. So, and when it comes to some of the girls that they have nominated for this role of mine, like one was a porn star, Tara Patrick, and even though she has a body like I had then, and even though she looks something similar, she has no charisma, she has no drive, she has no personality. She has a nice set of tits. But the thing is that I want to thank you all for being here.
And something that often gets talked about as well in film is the way that you have a certain narrative going on with capitalism, for example. I think you see a lot of that in Leatherface. It's sort of simple. He's wearing a tie, like he's going to work. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about your intentions for what is being represented by that character on screen.
Leatherface actually was, like, he's baby Huey, under that mask. And of course, he doesn't have that mask on all the time. He doesn't have the mask on because he doesn't have a nose. He's Leatherface is terrifying. But when he runs to the window and hits the chicken cage, and he looks out the window, he's scared shitless. He's looking around to see who in the hell else is going to show up at the door.
Hi, this is Dave Alexander, Managing Editor for RUE MORGUE magazine. I'm here in the upper lobby of the Bloor Cinema, where we've just had American Monsters, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre screening with Tobe Hooper, live in attendance. I got to do the Q&A with him. It was fantastic. Such a great opportunity, such an interesting guy, and it's a great way to end the weekend with Festival of Fear. I'm exhausted and excited, and it's just another great year. It goes by so fast all the time.
Mostly pertaining to drawing a blank here.
No, I know.
You know what? I hate this question.
I don't even get
My favorite horror.
Hi, this is Dave Alexander, managing editor for RUE MORGUE magazine. Let's try that again. You can tell it's Sunday night.